commitments. I don't make resolutions, and I don't have benchmarks. I make commitments because once I'm committed, nothing can take me away from my commitments. Everyone wants to progress in life, but progress does not come without commitment. See, the problem with a lot of people is we try to progress with no commitment, so things get hard and we move here. Something gets hard, we move here. Something gets hard, we move here. There's no commitment. You might have made a resolution and say, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, but when it gets hard, there's no commitment. I'm bound to my businesses. I'm to my commitment. I'm bound to every single thing that I do because I make commitments every single time, and I don't fold and I don't go away from them.
I never fold, never run, no one gave me nothing. I fought for everything I have, keep them punches coming. I don't fold, I can't fold. I'm heating up, but my heart cold. I did this, I did that, look, I had my reasons. If what I did wasn't done, my family won't be eating. I don't fold, I can't fold. I'm heating up, but my heart cold.
Yeah. Tough times don't last, tough people do. They laughed at my dreams, so I had to see them through. Now I'm on them foreign islands playing peekaboo. And I just copped a Rari color Pikachu. You don't get to see me when I see you. Presidential 10, I'll see you when I see you. Now I'm feeling like the voice of the people. I wrote the first movie, God writes the sequel. I don't fold, and God knows. When it comes to real bars, I got those. The goodwill is where I used to cop clothes. I don't fold, I can't fold. Back then it was wrong crowds, I fell alone. Back then it was Crown Vics and trap phones. Now it's stocks, big land and big homes. I don't fold, I can't fold.
Like 2% of y'all gonna go through depression, be ready to go crazy, and you're gonna come up on top. I don't know who's gonna be.
I can't fold.
I keep it real. The shit really ain't for everybody. Even at where I'm at right now, the shit still ain't for everybody. I'm like, damn, like sometimes you look at the top, you ever look at the top and ain't nobody there? And everything goes wrong, you look at the bottom, everybody looking at you?
I can't fold.
You handle that? Did up.
I did this, I did that, look, I had my reasons. If what I did wasn't done, my family won't be eating. I can't fold.
I don't fold.
Hey yo, Faro, that was crazy, bro. Wild.
I don't fold. You're not ready for this. We were training in garages, we were training on floors, I was sleeping on floors, I was sleeping in my car. It didn't even matter, like it was training day, literally, like that was the real movie. I don't know what Denzel had, it was training day every single day. We got up and we trained, we went to sleep and we trained, we dreamed about training, all day, every day. And if you're not an entrepreneur or if you're not successful, if you're not a dog, you're not ready for this. It's different.
I move different, the news different, the crew's different, the shoes different, my cash different, my bag different, my flash different, I grind different, I shine different, my mind different, my time different. Yeah, and if they copy, they some wannabes. Yeah, there's a few of y'all, but it's only one of me.
And if they copy, they some wannabes. There's a few of y'all, but it's only one of me. You can't seek. Don't look to seek. Because if you're seeking, you're going to attract somebody that's seeking. It's called the law of attraction. And y'all just going to be seeking each other. It's going to be codependent. It's not going to work. Max yourself out first. When you're exhausted, you can't go no more, man, ask for help. When you can't go anymore. So stop seeking and looking for somebody for your come up. Build yourself first. It will come to you.
I move different, the news different, the crew's different, the shoes different, my cash different, my bag different, my flash different, I grind different.
We train in garages,
my mind
we
different,
train on floors,
my time different.
I was sleeping on floors. It's different.
It's different. It's different.
did not compromise what I was trying to build. How many years have you wasted missing steps? And you wonder why your competition is ahead of you. You wonder why everything is not going how you want it to, because every single step counts in this game of entrepreneurship. Every single step counts in this game of life. We're trying to be a better person. I can't miss no steps. I can't miss no steps. I did not.
All right, y'all, we're going to get started in just a couple of seconds here.
I can't. There are some people, there are some places, there are some things that will cause you to miss steps. But what happens when you miss steps is you don't see the effects of you missing steps right away. They usually come to you down the line. So you may think you're doing all you can do and spreading yourself and spreading your energy in different ways and doing this and doing that and still working on your business, still working on your life. But what you don't know is you're actually missing steps. Now listen, if you don't want something that bad, then don't mind it. Spread yourself thin. Who cares? But if you put in your mind that you want to go, missing steps is one of the biggest things that will keep you right where you are, because you need those steps to get where you want to go. I can't.
All right, y'all. So I had to let that one play real quick. Get in the zone of motivation. Just get in the zone of time to grow, time to go. I'm so tired of walking my happy butt into my job. Okay. So, ladies, let's study together. No one's above each other, but we studying, y'all. Trying to show my face, get good to this Telegram stuff, but hello, y'all. We gonna study. Don't mind my ghetto background. We didn't have no curtains. We just moved in, so don't mind me being ghetto. But we'll be okay. Okay.
That's you.
Okay, because when the growth comes, y'all gonna be like, dang, I remember she had the cover on the wall. Remember? Now she got chandeliers. Okay, y'all. So let's get started. We ain't gonna stay up all night because I know that we got some East Coast people in here. So we're just gonna we're gonna go over the topic and then we'll just do some examples. And if this is just a review for some people, let it be a review. If you have questions, please ask questions. I think Yvette's supposed to be in this class for sure. Let me just text her because I want to just hold people accountable. I'm live. I don't see you. Okay. Because this was also inspired by her. So I want to make sure she's on this class. Oh, there she goes. Hey, girl.
I'm here.
There we go.
I was trying to figure out. I saw the join button.
It's okay. But it's just nothing but love. That's all I'm saying. So what I was just saying, we're just going to cover the material because we have some East Coast people on the call and stuff like that. So we're just going to read over the trend line material that we have, and then we'll just do some examples on the charts. And then we're going to just have any questions. If you have any questions, please answer them. If not, let it just be a review for you. So let me turn this off and then do this and then that. And y'all, this is just a study hall. Can y'all see my screen? Okay, yeah, now y'all can. This is just a study hall. So if somebody feels that they can explain something more better than I think it was Sherry on the call, and she just helped me also explain to my co-sister trader. So if you feel like you can put in your opinion about something that I'm talking about that maybe not be making sense, and just throw it out there. This is a small space and we're just here to grow, because ladies, when I tell you, y'all, I see the growth. Oh my God, y'all. So I'm just so excited because y'all, what I'm trying to explain is that this next thing that we're talking about, trend lines, right? How to draw trend lines. I was explaining to Yvette, this is another tool in your toolbox. We're going with the basics. So now we know that if I'm going to be a plumber, let me not say that. Let me say a handyman, because I know what a handyman needs. If I'm going to be a handyman, I know that my basics tools are going to be a hammer, a screwdriver, a drill. Okay, y'all, that's all I know. So those are your basic tools that you know that a handyman's going to have. Just like a trader, your basic tools you're going to have is definitely support and resistance, and definitely trend lines. I want y'all to remember that. these are your basics tools out of the toolbox to help you get into the market, right? So now we've been talking about support and resistance. We've been talking about candlestick patterns, candlesticks. We kind of flew through that class, but of course we're going to still go back and have multiple study halls, but that's just what we've been covering, which is very good. Now we're going to cover the trend line. And if you guys don't understand those three things or those basic informations that I'm talking about, then you guys need to really get on the charts, have chart time, make sure there's videos that you guys can just keep on replay. Like that's the key. You got to keep replaying the same information until it clicks, but then you also have to get on the charts and have charts. If you don't understand support and resistance, you need to study. If you don't understand trend lines, you need to study. If you don't understand candlestick patterns or just candlesticks in general, you need to study, because that is your baseline. That's what is going to give you from kindergarten or elementary to middle school, is to go to the next level. Okay, so I just wanted to run that down. Hopefully I didn't talk too fast, ladies. So let's get through this sheet here. Okay, so how do you draw trend lines? Right here. Trend lines are the most trend lines are one of the most versatile tools, okay, you can use in your technical analysis, right? Who knows what technical analysis is? Anybody knows what technical analysis is? If no one knows, 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, no.
Yes.
Okay, what's up? Charlotte, right?
It's Charlotte. Technical analysis is the things you use to determine if you're going to take the trade.
Correct.
Different,
exactly.
Different types of things are.
You got it. You confident. You are confident. I am confident, right? I had to say my affirmations before this call because we are confident. You know the information. You're right. Those are your tools.
But I just wanted somebody to answer,
And you did it. Thank you for stepping up to the plate. I love it. I appreciate you. So she's correct. Technical analysis is just a way of trading. Trend lines are technical analysis tools. There's fundamental tools, which is news when you check FX, not FX way. What is it called? FX calendar or something like that. So, but I haven't got good at doing that yet, just because we're prepping for the next season next year. But anyways, guys, so technical
Forex Factory.
Forex Factory. Thank you. See, teamwork make the dream work. Forex Factory. So you use that for fundamental work. So right now we're learning technical analysis. Okay. All right, let's keep moving along. It doesn't matter your style of trading, day trading, swing trading, or even position trading, meaning like scalping. Trend lines can help you analyze the market better. What is a trend line? A trend line is a diagonal line that connects two or more points, and that then extend to the future to delineate the price trend. In an uptrend, a line connects consecutive swing high lows, while in a downtrend, it connects lower swings highs. And we'll go over that over the charts. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all, my mouth is just dry, so I'm trying to drink some water real quick so we can get this. Okay. As you would expect, there are two types of trend lines. There are upward trend lines or uptrend lines, and downward trend lines, downtrend lines. So he's showing you an example. So this is an uptrend. You can see prices starting from here, making a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. If you're not understanding what I mean, this is just basic information that we can cover later on, but higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Price is going up. The bulls are pushing price up, right? Okay, and then this line is indicating a uptrend line. This example, we have a high, then we have a lower high, then we have lower low, then a lower high, then a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then a lower low. And this trend line is indicating that price is doing what? Going down. Bulls are in control of the market. Price is pushing down. So you can tell the difference. Price going up, trend line, price going down, trend line. What can interfere from the charts above? Well, it's simple. The uptrend line acts like an ascending support level, while the downtrend acts like a descending resistance level. So let me just go to the charts real quick and do like a small example. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm gonna use this tool here. Actually, I'm gonna use this tool. Okay, so we have an uptrend, we have a low, then price makes a high, then a lower high, then a higher high, then a lower high, higher high. Oop, move out the way, box. Higher high, lower high. I'm just gonna do one more. Okay, and then boom. Okay, so that's gonna be an uptrend. Now you want to connect your trend line. I like to use array because it's simple. Let me just use an actual trend line though, because it's gonna not make sense right now. Okay, that's an uptrend because we have a high, higher high. Okay, then I'm just showing you the higher high, higher lows. Excuse me. I'm just getting used to this whole teaching aspect. So I hope y'all love me. Then a lower low. I have these boxes in the way. Okay, there we go. Now I can clone these, right? Come on, clone. Okay, boom. Then a higher high, clone, because it's going to take me long to keep typing. Then a lower low, clone, higher high, clone, lower low. So this is indicating the uptrend. Now let's do a downtrend. So we have a high, then a low, price pulls back, price makes a lower low, price pulls back to this level, makes a lower high, price pulls down, makes a low, price pulls back to this key level, then price drops down, indicating a downtrend. Come on, arrows. Okay, boom. Scoot this over a little bit. I don't know why my computer is like laggy right now. It's really irritating me. But we have this downtrend here. Boom, let's move price down a little bit. So we have an uptrend, green, red, downtrend, boom. Okay, now let's just add in the high, low, lows. Okay, so now this would be a lower low, then we have a higher, lower high, lower high. I'm not using caps, y'all. I'm sorry. Then we have a lower low. Then we have a high, lower high. And this is the things that you have to do even when you're back testing like now. If you don't understand lower lows and lower highs, then this is something that you would need to be doing, but with the candlesticks, which I can show the example in a couple of minutes, but I want you to understand, maybe I should have been using the caps. Bear with me in my hot mess teaching. Growth and elevation, that's all I can say. Okay, then we have a lower high. Lower high, I should have been using caps. Okay, boom. And then, sorry guys, over here is higher highs, then higher lows. Over here, pardon me, this should have been higher lows, which is HL. HL. Boom. So price comes down, makes a lower low, makes a lower high. It looks better. Caps. Okay. Makes a high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So this is how you use a trend line to understand when the market is what? Uptrending or downtrending. Because why? The market only does three things. It uptrends, it downtrends, and then it ranges, which is this. Boop, 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 boop. That's it, right? Market does three things. Uptrend, downtrend, ranges, or becomes choppy, which is kind of the same thing, but choppy is a little bit more wicky, like have more wicks. Okay, so let's get back to the material. All right, so this is what I just talked about was just pretty much his example, but gave the higher highs and the lower lows and the lower lows and the higher highs. So to identify a trend line, simply follow these 3 steps. And if anybody wants this material or this information to read later, just let me know and I will do such that. So step 1 is to identify the general direction of price. So let's say we're doing that now. If we're trying to understand, if we're looking at the charts right now, let's scoot this over a little bit. Let's scoot it over. Okay, we come to the charts. We're looking at the candlesticks. We're like, okay, we cut on the line charts. We're like, okay, what direction? Let's move this here. That's going to be perfect. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. Let's do this. Whatever. Yeah, just like that. Okay. So we come to the charts. We're looking at the market, this whole blue area here. We're like, okay, market was ranging here. Then it found support. It started making higher highs, lower highs, higher highs, lower highs, higher lows. Excuse me, y'all. I always get confused when I say this stuff. But higher highs, but I need to actually say the right thing because I'm teaching. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. You're like, okay, if the market is making higher highs and higher lows, I know that the market is what? Uptrending. So that's when I know that I can at least slap a line up under the market, right? And know that it's green, green for bulls, green as in go. Okay. Then we come, let's scoot the market over. And then we're going to take this off really quickly. I'm a visual person, so hopefully I'm not doing too much. All right. Then we got the market consolidating once we found this high up here, right? Okay. And then boom, we have the downtrend, right? That comes in. We see market was on an uptrend, then it started consolidating, making this kind of W. Then price made lower lows. I had to move my little points, but I guess we could move them now. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, then a lower high. So if I know the market's doing these things, then I know that the market is coming down. So that's when I draw my downwards trend line, right? And I'm doing the colors because when you're new, if you're dramatic like me, I like to be a colorful person. So I put colors until I feel like it. No, it's my trading style. I can choose whatever I want to do because no one's going to pay my bills except for me, right? So do what you feel is comfortable for you and stuff like that makes sense to you. So this is how you practice your higher highs, higher lows. You could just do this even with the arrow key. You know, you can go to path and then just click path and then just make you an uptrend until you know, and then start putting higher highs, higher lows until you get that part, and then go to the charts and then start studying this. And this is recorded, just saying it's going to be on my YouTube channel, so you guys can like and subscribe. And so this is recorded though, so just saying. But anyway, so let's get back to the information. So now we have identified the direction, right? Now we know that the market is going up. Let's see what the next step is. Okay, we're going to scoot the charts over. The next step is to identify obvious swinging points, which we did. Okay, higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows. We identified that. Number 3 is to connect a minimum of 2 marks, 2 touches and let it go. 2 touches and let it go. Let's scroll to the actual charts real quick. 2 touches and let it go. I'm going to just keep saying that. 2 touches and let it go for a trend line. I'm sorry, my computer is so laggy right now. I started using my laptop to play videos for my daughter, and I feel like my laptop started moving slow, and I'm like, ugh. Okay, y'all. I know I ain't got no virus because I'm understanding like why. Maybe because I'm screen recording. All right. So I like to use the ray. My mentor taught me to use the ray because it's simple. You can't adjust the ray. You just slap it on and you kind of gotta just let it fall. It's not gonna, you can't adjust it like the trend line, which I use to when I'm like on a smaller time frame. But like with the trend line, you kind of be like, you know, you could it's just a little bit more lenient than the ray. The ray is just gonna stay straight. It's not gonna confuse you. But anyways, so when you find a trend line, you want to find two touches. See, even up here, it would have been perfect even if I would have kept the trend line up here. Let me show y'all real quick. The sauce. Maybe I should take off these boxes. I was trying to find uptrend and downtrends before I had hopped on the call. Okay, y'all. Hope this is making sense a little bit. But two touches and let it go. Cause we about to come up off of this. Why can I not find the square? This is so embarrassing. Oh, right here. A circle. Okay. Two touches. You see those two touches right here? I could have just put the trend line right there. Two touches and let it go. And look how long, look, this, it touched twice back in September 13, 2022, and came back around to the same trend line that was from the past in October, what, 4th? October 4th, so almost a month, So that's I wanted to highlight that, like even if it's a small touch, but two touches and let it go. Don't make it complicated. Just keep slapping charts. I don't want to hold you guys because I feel bad because I know it's like late there. So, okay. All right, so we have a minimum of two touches and let it go. Let's look at the example because he was going to give an example. So we're on a what? Uptrend. The market touched here and the market touched here. This identified a valid uptrend because of the two touches. These touches don't matter just because it's a zone. It's a zone, okay? If even if price was to pull back a little bit to this trend line, it's still valid, but excuse me, the touches, the wicks, use the wicks. Two touches and let it go. All right, downtrend. First touch is here at the top here. Second touch is here and let it go. And you see how price came all the way down, found support, bounced right back to that trend line, and you could have got in for a sale right there and boom. And also, our trend lines are like support and resistance, right? But they're diagonal. They're diagonal support and resistance, right? This is support. When price is hitting like that, that's support. You see how that couples together with the basics? That's the support right here. When price is on a downtrend, what do you think is happening? It's hitting resistance, right? Look, I'm just trying to help somebody. Study, support, and resistance. Understand that. Understand the rest. It will all make sense. I'm telling you. Study, support, and resistance, and get that down pat ASAP. So boom. Support is going up. Resistance is going down. Let's keep reading. For most beginners, however, the confusion begins when they look at a chart and see too many swinging lows and swinging highs, and they just cannot figure out which two they should use to draw a trend line. So pretty much he's just saying like, okay, this area, let's just use this. Let's delete these boxes. Okay. Boom, delete. Okay. Cause bro, like I said, I've been trading for almost 3 years and I got good at this trend line stuff. Like when you make a trend line fan, them fans is gonna hit like, oh my goodness, it'd be so sweet. That's why I'm like, y'all, I need to buckle down and get this under a wrap. Like, I'm tired of playing games with myself. Y'all gonna watch it. Y'all gonna see me elevate. I'm gonna see y'all elevate. But I'm just saying, I'm me. I gotta speak for myself. So boom, we busting out these trend lines. No, we not. No, we not. Okay, we busting out these trend lines. Boom. So these trend lines are just indicating when price is turning around, right? I'm just gonna play the replay button to give y'all a feel of what a trend line is supposed to look like when you mark them up in advance. Desi. Sorry, y'all. I have a baby. I'm mothering, trying to change my life. Now we're watching the trend lines. Boom. It broke this inner trend line. So when you see something like this and you have two trends like this is called an inner trend line. Inner trend line. Excuse me. You have an inner trend line. Then we have an outer trend line. So just giving you a little extra information. Trend line. So when you have an outer trend line and an inner trend line, once it breaks this inner trend line, it's automatically going to go out to the outer trend. Well, let me not say automatically, but the market moves in patterns and usually the same type of way, up, down, left, right. So once it breaks the outer inner trend line, it's the probability, let me say this, is going to touch the outer trend line, because we have to talk like that. We can't say we know the market, because we really don't, because they really can flip the script. You never know. You got to remember talking like that. So my mentor told me to talk like that. So boom, it breaks the inner trend line. It has to break out the outer trend line. So let me slap on a horizontal line here at this support key level, excuse me, right here. Come on, right there. Okay. So boom, we got a resistance level that was once support. We got an inner trend line, outer trend line. I'm just, giving examples how we couple things together, confluences, right? Okay. Price comes back and retests that inner trend line, making what? Low, higher high, lower low. Didn't we just cover that? Right? We got a starting point, higher high, lower low. Okay. Let's keep watching. This is how you back test. Okay. And what does it do? Let's zoom in a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see that. Some people might be on their phones. Price comes right out and touches that outer trend line, right? So that's how, and look, boom, and rejects it. Oh my gosh. And what? Pulls back, gives this nice morning star pattern. Boom. Comes, oh my gosh, breaks this key level, comes and retests, probably gives what, 30, 40 pips, rejects the outer trend line, comes, price retraces, excuse me, okay, because why? It was respecting the outer trend line, and then boom, comes back and with full force. The bulls come in with full force. Let's see what happens next real quick, and then we're gonna keep reading, y'all. I get excited. And then look at that next candle's grid. Okay, so boom, and look at there. Look how price fell from that trend line area and from this key level. Look at that bullish momentum. Look, I mean, yeah, that bearish momentum, excuse me. My purple candles are bullish and my red candles mean bears. I changed my candles because I wanted to. But look how the respect, like, so that's just a small example of how you use your confluences, support and resistance, plus candlestick patterns, along with your trend lines, right? Because this is a strategy tool, right? A strategy tool. It's not just the holy grail. It's a tool in your toolbox to get the job done. Okay, because we gonna back test it. We gonna be disciplined. We gonna get the job done, and we gonna study, right? That's what I was doing all day driving. I was just listening to Forex videos of my mentor, teaching me about my tools I want to use in the market. Because why? I want to change my life, bro. All right, let's stop being, let me go left. Let me get back to the topic. All right, so to overcome this problem, you need to understand significant of the difference of swing lows, swing highs, which we just talked about, and the levels of trend lines that can be drawn with them. Different levels of trend lines. Okay. When you draw a trend line, you can find that there can be different levels of trend lines. Outer trend lines is usually, okay, remember what I just said? Outer trend lines are usually, excuse me, y'all, is usually the main trend line drawn across the most significant peaks or through which are quite obvious on your chart. Let me give you an example with the chart. Okay. I'm thinking I'm on MetaTrader. I mean, TradingView. I'm trying to scoot the chart over, Lord. That doesn't work, honey. So boom, we're over here. My mouse is over here, right? So price is here. It comes up and touches this trend line, does this nice bearish movement, just like when I was showing you in my example. Price was coming up, started consolidating, not really making any higher highs, lower lows, but it made a low, pulled back up, okay. Finally made another lower low, brought price back up to make a lower high. Second touch, right? Now this trend line is valid because why? It only takes 2 touches to make a trend line valid. Let me say that again. It only takes 2 touches to make a trend line valid. Okay, boom. Now, since you got that second touch, this is the mindset you get because we're making proper high probability setups. Now we waiting for price to come back so we can sell again. That's how you trade, right? That's how you trade. Then you couple it with a support and resistance key level, right? Because you want to wait for price to come into your understanding. Okay, my mentor, all I can just think about is my mentor, man. Jay Wayne is my guy, bro. Watch him quit his Best Buy job. Okay, anyways, y'all, I start getting lit. So boom, price comes in touch again, like I said, and does what? Another reversal. Let's look at the next one. There are inner trend lines. There are trend lines drawn across minor swing points within a inside or outer trend line. Take a look at this. Now, my trend line did look a little bit different. You see his, right? Then you saw mine. I drew mine's I just go after what my mentor taught me. And remember, what we're reading is just what a mentor taught him, his way of trading. So don't get too confused. If this makes sense to you, what I'm showing you on this page, go with that. If what makes sense, what I did, go with that. Go with what makes sense to you. That's how you learn how to trade. You can't get overwhelmed with all the trading tools. Just pick what tool, what brand. Some people like whatever, Best Buy. Some people like to go to the other kind of brand. Okay, Walmart or Target. It's just different type of brands. Just pick the brand that makes sense. Okay, so the inner trend line. Boom. To avoid confusion when drawing trend lines, the two lows or highs across which the trend line is drawn must be obvious and easy to identify. You have to focus only on the most significant lows or highs. Don't bother yourself with insignificant levels. So pretty much, let's use this. So he's kind of saying like, okay, with this information here, those outer touches are more better understanding touches than trying to go with these touches here in the middle. Go with the highest high, the lowest low, right? Let's go back to the charts. You want to go with the highest high. Like I said, those 2 touches at the top of this trend line here were valid for this whole thing. Price was here in what? Let's say this again. September. Price came back. Excuse me. I'm getting so confused. Oh, this is the hour chart. Well, sorry, y'all. I thought I was on the daily because I was studying daily prior to getting on. But it was here on Monday the 12th and then came back the Friday on the 30th, right? So this would, just you got to get ready for those setups. Okay, let's keep reading. The inner trend lines are trend lines drawn across minor swinging points within a inside outer trend line. So we have lower swinging points, which are these on the inside here. Let me give y'all the visual. Inside swinging points. These are the outside swinging points. Inside swinging points, outside, because when it comes on the inside, it's going to touch the outside. Okay? Is this making sense? Anybody? Am I losing anybody? Let me ask questions real quick. I totally forgot to look or say anything.
You're doing all right.
You're doing all right? Okay. All right. Oh, oh, oh. I just ended the call. Okay, y'all. I just clicked my phone on accident. Let me share my screen. Okay. Y'all can hear me though? Check, check, 1, 2. All right, I think y'all can. Charlotte, you sound like you trying to speak.
We hear you. I was asking, what did I miss?
Nothing. I just
Yes.
clicked out like
I
for
was
5
asking,
seconds.
what did I miss?
What did you just hop on?
Okay, good, because I was fussing at children.
Okay, if you just hopped on, then we already covered, but I think you was already here. Okay, so let's get back. Let's go back, ladies. Sorry about the interruption. I really don't like that kind of stuff. But okay, so we were talking about how to avoid confusion when drawing trend lines. The 2 swinging low points are the 2 swinging highest points. Okay, You have to focus only on the most significant lows or highs. Don't bother with the insufficient levels. Now, let's give an example. Okay, we're looking at this chart of an uptrend, right? And the lowest points of this chart are here. So those are significant lows because price is really low at that moment. Price has came, of course, made these lows, but that's not lower than this low. So this low is significant than this low. This low is significant than this low. This low is significant than this low. So that's why you don't want to pull. I don't know if I can read on here, but that's why you don't want to put a trend line on these inner lows, because that's not valid. You don't want, I can say this. You don't want price. Let's see. Let's go to the charts real quick. You don't want price. Lord Jesus, this slow chart is getting on my nerves. What is going on with my computer? Okay, you don't want to make your trend lines look like this, right? You don't want, just like support and resistance on a horizontal basis, you don't want, okay, so we got support and resistance as a key level, right? It's a little sloppy, so don't mind it though. Don't mind it. So we have support, price comes up, price breaks through, make it resistance, bounces off this resistance, right? So we have support and resistance, right? But your trend line can't do the same. Your trend line can't come, price can't come above, come below, pull over. I mean, no, let me get to my point. Price can't pull above, pull a low. It can't break above, break below like that. When you're trying to find your trend line, you want to find the highest of the high. You want to pull your trend line to the highest peaks or the lowest peaks, right? Because when price breaks it, okay, I'm sorry, I'm pretty OCD when it comes to my trend line. That's why I use the ray. So when price really actually breaks it, like over here, let me show you. Come on, give it to me. When price really breaks over here in this area, it broke above, came back, test is not a very good trend line. Because my computer's lagging, I don't feel like looking through the charts, but when price really breaks above, that's when you can really take a buy of the trend line. But it's still a pretty valid trend line because of the 2 touches. It just didn't go high, like make a crazy uptrend directional change. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that in there. When you're practicing your trend lines, look for the highest highs and the lowest lows. So that's what he is indicating. He's saying you can't make it like key levels for support and resistance, right? Because we remember what that is. Key levels, then we have support and resistance, and then resistance at the bottom. Key levels are in the middle because they're support and their resistance, right? Homework, right? Understanding the basics, okay? Because why it all couples together. You can't skip over nothing. You can't. I'll be like, dang, I really thought I could skip over this. No, you can't. Okay, now let's assume that you saw the chart when the price just made this second significant low and you draw an uptrend line. Connecting the 2 lows, when price pulls back again and reverses around the trend line, making that a 3rd low. So boom, we had those touches that we're looking at. This is what he's talking about. Price touched once, price touched twice, price touched the 3rd time. Okay, now we know the market might just have, some energy in the future if it comes back to this trend line. Boom, price moves up, pulls back, pulls up, pulls back deep, and comes right back to that trend line, right? I'm just, some stuff I don't want to read through as much. So let's just go through the charts, actually. So boom, so now we're looking at this chart. This is like a downward trend. Price comes up, touches one time, okay? Boom, price making lower lows, lower highs on a downtrend. Boom, price pulls it up. This is what you do. You got to copy what I'm doing, right? When you go home, when you get off the computer and you start studying again, this is what you got to do. You got to talk to yourself just like this. I said this last class. Okay, I see price came up to this trend line. Okay, I see price making lower low, lower highs. Okay, consolidating. Okay, pulling back. Dun, dun, dun. I know it seemed draggy, but this is the hard work. We got to get through the hard work, bro. So boom, second touch, 2 touches and let it go. So now that's when I draw my trend line. We're not worried about this information here yet. So boom, price came back and touched a second time. Now I know this trend line is very valid. Boom, price pulls back up. Okay, now I'm coming to London session, New York session. If price comes up and touches this key level again, and I'm going to be using market structure to exit and into the market, I know I'm going to take a possibly sell. But if price breaks, retest, and goes up, then I can take a buy, right? That's how you couple it. All right, let's look at the next chart. Valid and invalid trend lines. Becomes valid. Okay, nope, I don't want to read that. I check whether the candlesticks that are intersected with trend lines. Okay, I'm going to skip over that. So boom, this chart. We're still on a downtrend. Okay. Price hits, pulls back, price hits. Okay, valid trend line. Price pulls down, pulls back, pulls down. Now I know price is kind of close to this trend line again. So now I'm going to be waiting for the market to hit that trend line. So what? I can take a sale. So I'm looking for depletion, indecision. I'm looking for, let me see. We're looking for bearish candlestick patterns. We're looking for hangman, shooting stars, gravestone dojis, evening stars, right? Right? Because we're coupling the candlestick trading Bible, right? With the trend lines, right? Okay. So boom. Now I know I can look for a sale here. Now I got to couple my other confluences so I can get into the market. Let's keep moving to the next candle. To the next example. Now, boom, we're on an uptrend. Let's start again. Price is low. Touch one time. It's making higher highs, higher lows. Boom. Okay, price is coming back. Oh, it touched again. Let me just pop me out a little trend line. Okay, it's making sense. Now we got some support going on here, support and resistance right here. So boom, price is still making higher highs. Okay, now I know price found resistance. Now if I see some reversal area and it come back to this trend line, okay, I could either wait for the trend line to break, which it did. I don't know if you guys heard of that trend line break. Let's go look at that example. Trend line break. This could be it. We could just use this example right here. We're going to be in this area right here, y'all. Okay, right there. So let's get rid of this trend line. Let's zoom out a little bit. Give some data. Right. Okay, boom. Like I said, I like to use the ray. It's just simple. You just click it and let it go. Boom. This should be a good zone here. Come on. Why is my computer so laggy? Yeah, I'm sorry. My computer is being so ghetto right now. I don't understand why. I think it's because I'm a screen recording, but it should work. Why is my mouse not working? Okay, sorry y'all, for real now. Like, now it's really not working, okay? What the heck? Okay, it's touching the screen. Let me go over here. Okay. I hate this kind of stuff. Let me put my mouse back in. Okay. Let's see if it stopped acting weird, y'all. I'm so sorry about this unnecessariness. Okay, so anyways, we're on an uptrend. We got two touches. The wicks. Boom. First touch. And you gotta get the mindset of the market isn't gonna be perfect. So you see a trend line like this, sometimes the market isn't gonna break and retest to get you into the market. Like, of course, we could go down to a smaller time frame and see this, but because I'm like, this example isn't the best example. It's more of an advanced example, but it'll work. Okay, so boom, we got our two touches. Now we're gonna rewind. Boom. Let's act like the market's not even there. Now we're like, okay, market's making lower lows, lower highs. We got this little gap information here, but that doesn't matter. Made another higher high, and now it's kind of consolidating. Now what I'm waiting for is a break in the market, okay, because I'm showing our confluences as traders. I'm going to slap me on a horizontal line because I see some support area. I think it's my mouse. I think it's my mouse. Yeah, it's my mouse. Okay. Time to get another mouse. I done worked that mouse to the bone, y'all. I had that mouse like 3 years when I started trading. I just hate buying new stuff unless I really need it for now, you know. Okay. Come on. Why is it not working? That is so crazy. Maybe it's just my toolbox thing on the side that isn't working. Okay, yeah, it's my tool thing.
You probably need to change the battery in your mouse. When last you change your battery?
See, because I toolbox thing down. Okay, y'all. So, anyways, so we're coupling together our confluences. So, okay, because I don't want to go over nobody's head. We're studying the trend line right now. But now I'm piecing in the support and resistance now, right? This is how you trade. So now I'm piecing together, okay, the support and resistance, which we covered last time. Now we're covering the trend lines. We covered the candlesticks. Now we're coupling that together as a confluence, right? Okay. So now we see prices making a bullish, and let me let me add the visuals because we got to add the visual.